Hello YouTube, Undercover Redneck here. Just want to share something with you here real quick. Um, you see the that log stump looking thing? That's what I used to use. It's hickory. It's what I used to start my carving to create forms, right? But recently, one of my neighbors took down an elm tree. That's not elm, that's birch, obviously. But at the base, at the base of the tree that they cut down, they saved for me. I took it. Is this piece of elm, and I don't know. That thing probably weighs about 200 pounds, maybe more than that. It is heavy. It is one of the heaviest pieces. It's dense, very dense wood. If you've never been around elm, I love it. I can't wait to start carving some of it. I've had a heck of a time just getting it split open. As a matter of fact, let me just show you real quick. At the base, it was 26 inches. This piece is about 18 inches across. No, it isn't either. The other one over there is 18 inches. This stuff is dense. I have beat this thing. And I put a piece in my vise last night, started carving it, and you can see I got a bunch of it here. I'm going to make a shave horse out of that. That's a 6-foot piece of elm, and I am going to attempt to make a shave horse out of that. But I got to process all this stuff, some of which I'm going to part out for my my shave horse. Anyway, back to my stump. It came, you know, when I picked it up, the cut marks were in it when the tree company cut it down. You could see them there. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, that won't work. It's not flat. But you know what? It is. It's worked out perfectly because it allows me to put the base of a piece of wood. Let me demonstrate. I have no intention of carving. This is just an old piece of firewood. But it allows me to butt this up here so that I can strike it from the side, right? So I can come in here and do this with it without it sliding off my little table here, okay? I can get all kinds of cool angles going. Anyway, long story short, it just happened this way. I didn't think this up, but it's kind of cool. So I took some used motor oil, you might be able to tell, and I treated it, and I'm going to keep treating it. I didn't realize how quickly that one was actually rotted in the base. So it was on the ground. I lifted this up off the ground. This might be meaningless to you. If it is, just, you know, whatever. But this is something important to me, and you might learn something from it. I don't know. But anyway, the other thing, I've got my hatchets out here, and I just want to go over my hatchets real quick, right? Since we're out here, I haven't posted a video in a while. This is kind of really impromptu, but I met this guy. I'm struggling with a one-handed technique of removing. Met this guy at an event. I'm not going to tell you the name of the event because he might not want to be known. Anyway, I met this guy at an event in Georgia, and he trimmed up my cover, right? He trimmed this thing up, and he stained it for me. He put some what, I don't know what he put in it, some kind of wax or something to protect it, but it still needs to be shined up. It hasn't been shined, but I love it. It looks beautiful to me. But that's irrelevant to me. What I want to talk to you about is these two hatchets I have. If you've been on my channel before, you know I talk about my hatchets all the time. Just if you've never seen them, so one of them is a Norlund. This is I picked this up in a estate sale for $3, and it was beat to death. It was, someone looked like they had pounded nails. There's still some markings in the blade. I don't know if you can see them in this from this camera. Couple little spots where the edge, you can still see. Let me come down here, see if this helps at all. You can still see some of the spots where they just beat this hatchet. I don't understand why people do that, but they do. So, and it had something sticky. It had some rust on it. I took it down to nothing, and I put some paint on it. I went with dark brown. I don't know. I liked it at the time. The handle had something sticky all over it. I don't know, it didn't look like glue. It looked like some sort of an adhesive. Maybe it'd been in some type of carrier and got hot and melted or something. I don't know, but it was a mess. This one I bought new. This head is a 1/4 pound heavier, I think. And if you look at the handle, it's a more substantial tool. Let me tell you, this will take some wood off, guys. This will take some wood off. I love the face. The face allows me, it takes wood off in a more uniform fashion than my Norlund does. My Norlund, this is an 11-inch hatchet. This is 14. And it makes a difference. It really does. And I'm not too man enough to tell you that after swinging this for a while, and you start tiring out your wrists. I don't know if you've ever swung a hatchet for any length of time, but your wrists, your forearms start to burn up and you'll start losing your grip. I go to this one. Yeah, I'm not too proud to say so. It does a wonderful job. It just, because of the shape of the head, it does not take wood off in a uniform fashion. It's a little bit, you know, you have to be more conscious of using it to carve, right? But as you can see, I put a good edge on them, and I keep a good edge on them, and I strop them as well. Some of you may think I'm crazy for stropping a hatchet, but I do. And I don't know how much of that's going to come out, but this thing is it eats the wood up, I'm telling you. If you're looking for a hatchet, and I'll tell you the way I got this. Just kind of revising my bushcraft stuff, right? Kind of trying to revise a bag. And I came to the conclusion I don't need an axe. I know that sounds crazy. I've got a good saw, and I've always been, you know, 19-inch, 20-inch axe kind of a person. But this thing right here, this Helko work, this thing, it can replace an axe if you have a good saw, in my opinion. And anyway, just my 2 cents. I'm proud of my stump. What can I say? I'm proud of it. And it's an old piece of elm, like I said. I got to get some more rebar in here to hold it in place, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It took me a good while to get it up there because it's so heavy, but anyway, this may only be interesting to me. I think it's cool. I think if you're getting into carving, or you've never carved before, or you've been carving, you know, you think of things like this. I got a bunch of oak. Hopefully next time I shoot a video, this thing will be all full of wood. My hickory pile's diminished. I've already started bringing some oak over, and I've got a ton more, as you saw over there, to do. But this is part of my preps. This is part of being prepared for whatever happens in this crazy world of ours. Okay, and so I hope you Hope you liked this video, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, Undercover Redneck.